Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a video response to Cubix's Is the Force Cube a Scam? It's not going to be exactly about the Force Cube and this whole incident, but more of the ethics behind everything. And if you watch his video, if not, you can watch it. Link is in the description. But if you've watched it, he mentions the problems that go on in the cubing community, on the forums and on speed solving, and I kind of wanted to address that because that was kind of interesting to me. For starters, I want to talk about this whole debate on the cubing community. When I started about a year and a half ago on the cubing community, I established myself as a cuber who was getting things done. I started posting the videos of my reviews, and for those of you that are subscribed to me, you know, most people like them, most people enjoy what I do and have benefited from my reviews. Well, establishing myself in the community helped me become a person that people enjoy talking to. Yes, I've had my quarrels with people and my fighting, but that's not really the point. The point is that people in this community, and in all communities really, have a tendency to bicker and fight with each other, and I'm not exactly sure why. Like, about this Force Cube, they talk about the algorithmist came up with this mod to take 6 stickerless Zanshees and combine them together to form colored Zanshees, and she called them Force Cubes and she sold them. And there's this whole debate that they're not made out of the same plastic as the regular cubes and blah 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 blah. And my problem was that people just started like fighting her and just telling her she's wrong. And this goes back to my original point, that the cubing community has become an unfriendly place. And I kind of wanted to talk about why I think and what I think is going on. So my main point is that people in the cubing community are elitist, or have an elite attitude. And an elitist is someone who thinks that I am better than you, therefore you suck. And no, they don't go out and say it to the people's faces, but they say this in a way that these people they get shut down. And whether they have been cubing for 4 years and have never posted on this forum, or they've been cubing for 2 months and they've just now posting on the forum, these people get shut down, and people just go and attack them for absolutely no reason. And one of the main reasons, I think, is because people are scared that if you teach someone something, they will become better than you at it. You are a cuber and you have your own goals. Say your goals are sub 20, sub 15, sub 50. It all depends on how long you've been cubing. Well, if you're trying to go for sub 15 and you teach someone and you can't do anything, and you teach someone, and 2 months later you're still working on the same goal and they are sub 15. People are scared of that. They don't understand why, if they teach someone something, that person will become better than them. And I don't understand, why are people scared of that? Who cares if someone becomes better at you than something? Maybe you can say, I inspired this person to become a better cuber. I inspired this person to be the person they are. And Whether you're talking cubing or golfing or basketball or soccer or even football, it doesn't matter. Any type of sport or hobby, you have these things. Even music. You shouldn't be scared to help someone become better than you. And people need to get that into their heads. Another thing is these people on speed solving and in the cubing community want to protect their position in their hierarchy of cubing. And they could be the main moderator for speed solving or for any group, and because they are the highest of the high, they feel like if someone posted something stupid or something beginner, they should get yelled at. And it's all because they're one, they're elitists, and two, they want to protect their rank. They don't want someone else to become known in the community so that they can achieve this rank and someday maybe even be their boss. And that's wrong. And I don't believe that is the way it should happen. And I kind of fell out of the scene for a while, and some of you guys know that. And it was because I agree with what Cubics has said, that he was embarrassed to be a part of this this forum and just shutting people down. And it doesn't make sense. We want our community to grow in numbers. We want a bigger community, more people to cube. It's a small sport. We want the most we can get. And yet we get these new cubers and they try to become active and not become popular, but get active in the scene, and then they just get shut down and yelled at and screamed, and even though it's all over text, they're getting harassed, and then they stop. And then they don't hear about competitions, they don't know what's going on, they don't know what the best cubes are, blah blah blah, and it's all because someone has said, you suck, or you're not worthy of being a part of this community. Even though we all started in the same position, we all started in some way or form with not knowing how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Whether you can believe that or not, I mean, you've done it for so long that maybe you forgot when you didn't know how to do it. And people assume that just because, okay, well, I've been cubing for 4.5 years and I know all the best cubes and I've done all this and I've gone to nationals, I've gone to worlds and blah blah blah, that they are better. But think about where your roots are, where you started. And for me, I started, a friend taught me at school, and then I started to get better and I looked stuff up and I found websites. But when I started, I was ordering cubes off of eBay. I mean, and they were those crappy Chinese cubes that lasted like 5 minutes, and I thought I was so cool because I had something called a slick cube, and thought it was the best cube in the world, and I had to have it, and it came, and it really wasn't that great, and so I decided I had to find something else. And think about when you started, and think about it, and when you go and you see these people and you're posting the stuff, think about where you came from and what your background is, and maybe you'll realize that, well, maybe I was once like this, and maybe I had these same stupid questions. Maybe I wasn't brave enough to ask them, like, why can't you just turn the corners? That seems like it would solve it. But you don't know this until you've been in the community and you figured out what's legal and what's not and what is the right thing to do. But you don't know at the beginning. You're like a baby. I mean, you don't know not to poop your pants. I mean, you have to be taught by someone to pee in the toilet and poop in the toilet. And it's the same thing with cubes. You got to be taught to learn new algorithms. You got to be taught to play by the rules and to maybe stop the timer with 2 hands rather than like this, Nick. And you have to be taught these things before you can know them, and people aren't understanding that. So I have a story that when I had first joined, I had used CRC and I had used some other crappy lubricant, and I found Lubix, and I thought it was amazing. And so I started to endorse it, and I ended up going to a Colorado competition and meeting Donovan, and Donovan showed me it, and we became good friends, and I helped him out, and I learned all this stuff, and I started backing him up. Well, on the forums, there was a Lubix thread, and anytime anything new about Lubix came out, it costs too much, it's not that good, it's gummy, it's not even real, it's just repackaged shock oil, and blah 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 blah. And knowing Donovan and knowing what I knew, I could say that no guys, it wasn't. Well, people automatically were like, well, you don't know anything, and how come you know that and we don't, and blah 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 blah. And all you really had to do was look in the about page on Lubix.com, and you could really see where it comes from and what it really is, and that it's not repackaged shock oil. And yeah, it's kept secret, and yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. And I started backing him up, and then people started shutting me down and shunning me and just biting my head off because I was endorsing something that I liked and something that I believed in. And this is the same thing with the new cubers. And why would someone, I can say I like this, it works. If you don't like it, don't say anything about it. I mean, I don't like country music. I can't stand country music. I think it's stupid. I don't like the lyrics. I think it's all about guys hitting on girls and getting broken up, and I don't like the way it's sung, and I don't like the style of music. But I'm not about to go onto YouTube and create an account that says I hate country music, and then go onto Taylor Swift or some real country and say I hate this music. Well, every time you do that, you are endorsing this person. You are helping them out with them making money on YouTube, and they're getting more views for every time you go on. And if you don't like something, don't be a part of it. Don't talk to anyone about it. Yeah, sometimes we have to vent, but that's when friends are for. That's what you go to a friend's house and say, I don't like this. I can't stand it. Someone that agrees with you. But don't go flaming other people and talking to other people about, whoa, why do you guys like it? I don't understand this. I hate it. This is stupid. Get off here. Why are you guys, well, why are you doing that? I mean, are you using your own hatred to make other people feel good? That's not really right, is it? I mean, I see this all the time. I was on a Skrillex video the other day, and I saw a person comment that said his username was I hate Skrillex. Then why the hell are you commenting on a Skrillex video? You're only supporting Skrillex. I mean, you have to listen to the video. Yeah, I guess you can pause it, but still, you're watching it. Why would you go and put yourself in a place where you have millions of people supporting this artist, yet you're the only person trying to shut him down on his site, helping him out? Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. Internet nowadays is this faceless, anonymous bullying, and you're a faceless name. You're this name that you can say whatever you want, and no one will say anything. And people can chat back and forth and have arguments and bicker and bitch, whine, and moan. But you do that in person, you go stand next to the same person, the same argument. You won't say any of that crap. You won't tell them you hate their guts for liking country music. You won't tell them you hate their guts for liking Skrillex or dubstep or whatever it is. You're not going to just be like, yeah, you are a dirty, filthy bitch because you like country. That's not the way it works in real life. Yet people do that all the time on the internet. Can someone explain that? I mean, seriously, I find that abusive power of the internet. And you're this faceless name. It's a form of bullying in a sense. I mean, you're using your own hatred to make yourself feel good and make other people feel bad. You don't have to worry about it because you don't know this person. This person could live hundreds of miles, 2 miles, thousands of miles away. They could speak a whole different language. And you're making this person feel bad because you're putting them down because you don't like something, keep it to yourself. And whether this is a cuber that has said something stupid, whether this is a cuber that has said something that you don't agree with, just ignore it. If you don't agree with it or you don't like it, why are you supporting it? And you may not be supporting it, but in a sense, any type of conversation, any type of insight, any type of comment about it is really supporting it in a way. And people talk about the new thing nowadays is like, I love haters. Haters are my motivators. But why? Why are these people hating on everything? Yeah, I can understand not liking something. Everyone's not gonna like something in their life. Whether it be a type of music, a person, a color of hair, I guess even a color of skin, which that's not right because racists really annoy me. But okay, maybe you don't like people who are Asian. Maybe you don't like people who are white. Maybe you don't like gays. Maybe you don't like straight people. I don't know. But why do you have to go and preach it to others? Why do you have to go and put someone down because of their choices? And people just shouldn't do that nowadays. We're in the 20th century. And we're in 2012, people. And you're still bickering at each other over stupid, mundane reasons. It makes no sense. You shouldn't have to put someone else down to make yourself feel better. I recently found people in my community. There's a couple guys that meet at a pizza sandwich restaurant. It's called Dion's. And they meet there every Wednesday night, and they cube from like 7 to 10:30, and they just cube and play chess. And one of my friends who worked there told me about it, and I finally went and met them, and they're nice guys. And yeah, they're new to the cubing community. They one uses Friedrichs and is barely sub 30. The other uses Ortega corners, or corners first, whatever you want to call it, and he's sub 30, but he's like anywhere between 27 and 31. And then there's another guy that solves it just about a minute. And the fourth guy, he used to be sub 30 in high school, and then he's just now getting back into it, and he's like at 25. So he's advanced pretty far. But I met these guys, and I felt an instant connection. But I guess not the problem, but they were lubing their cubes with vegetable oil. Or canola oil, stuff that they use on the pizza to make it not stick to the pan. And I was like, really? And their cubes felt sluggish, and I felt bad because I remember when I was in the stage where I was trying to use anything to make it better, and I ended up going in and taking my Lubix, and one of the guys had just gotten a new Guhong, and I was like, don't lube it, don't do anything to it, bring it on Wednesday, and I'll lube it and disassemble it and make it feel better for you. And so what did I do? I went on Wednesday night and I unscrewed the cube. It took a while. I unscrewed it and lubed it and put it together and adjusted his tension so everything felt right, and fixed his caps were popping on it, and I felt the satisfaction of helping other people enjoy something and helping other people become more knowledgeable about this hobby that I love. And okay, yeah, they're still ordering cubes off of Amazon, and I'm trying to get them into Lubix and get them into Cube Depot and iCube Mart and all this stuff. But one, I've only met with them 2 weeks, and two, I remember when I was at this point where I was ordering cubes from China and my cubes were crappy, and I didn't know much, and I mean, one of the guys even has an F2, and I looped that up and made it feel so much better than it was, and a Guhong, and then I guess one of the guys is getting a Guhong 2. I'm gonna fix that up for him this coming Wednesday, and it's just, I get this sense of satisfaction going through me that I have done my good turn. I do a good turn daily, and I just get this good feeling inside saying I have helped someone become a better cuber, become a better person. And going back to my original point, talking about putting younger cubers down, we want this community to grow. We want nationals to maybe have 1,000 people in the next couple years. How awesome would that be? And maybe maybe even worlds have more people, and all these people know about it. Maybe even be on TV in your local community where they showcase local cubers that are making an impact in the society. Something like that. Anything. Whatever. I just want you guys to help yourself and just help other people, and rather than being one of those people that puts others down and blames other people for little mistakes and not doing this right and not doing that right, help them. Help these people, help these cubers become more influential in our society, in our hobby, our sport, whatever you want to call it. Help these people out. I mean, who cares? Who cares if someone becomes better than you because you've taught them? Who cares if you lose your major position because someone else has come up before you? And just, I think you guys should try to change and ask people, why do you have to put other people down? Why are you that person that just goes through and this person sucks, they don't know anything about cubing? Well, if they don't know anything, teach them. And whether you've gotten the moral of the story here or you're just watching because you enjoy listening to me talk, hopefully something I've said has brushed your mind and made an impact. And I don't want to be ashamed to be a part of the speed solving community online, and I don't want to be ashamed to know these people who are putting others down. I want to be proud of what I do, and I want to be proud to say that, yeah, I'm a cuber, and this is where you can go if you have any questions. Go to speedsolving.com, and you can ask any questions you have, and people will answer them politely and respectably. But that doesn't happen. There's a private community inside of a public community that only the best people and the most knowledgeable people can go to get, so they don't have to worry about the other crap of the new cuber stupid questions. And I think that's crap. It's stupid. If people just treated each other nicer and didn't try to make it such a big deal about this, everything would have gone over smoother. Maybe someone could have said politely, these are just about the same thing, and we would have all figured this out without having this bickering and moaning and childish accusations and all that. And I guess if you guys have any comments, just put them in the below. I mean, I don't mean to really offend anyone, but I want to get this into your heads that this is how I feel. And no, I've never really made a video like this about just ranting about what I think, and I kind of like it. And so tell me what you guys think of this video, and if you have any comments or explanations or anything I talked about, just go ahead and post it below. This will be put as a video response to Cubix's Is the Force Cube a Scam? So if you haven't seen that, you should watch it. I think it's pretty informative, and he explains it very well. There's also the speed solving thread, which I have not read, but I don't want to read because I hate that kind of bickering back and forth. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this has enlightened you a little bit, and hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully you watched till the end, and you've enjoyed this and something sunk into your head that will just inspire you to help these younger cubers out and help this anything, and just stop all the haters and all these people that just are elitist, that think just because I'm better than you, you suck. Whether it's whatever. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't repeat myself too many times or say or too many times. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.